Morning people, welcome back to Northwick for the second day of weaning. All the other chaps are currently up at the away ground with the hauliers loading up some cows. They should be back pretty soon. I'm just setting up the handling here so we can sort them all out. It's just the cows coming back here to sort out. All the calves are going to the other farm and they'll get sorted from there. So the cows and calves all get a weaning weight, just for information if we want it later on. Cows will all go in that shed. You can hear it's pretty noisy. The ones that we weaned yesterday are in there. There's also some up in the dairy shed at the top. They'll need sorting out later on this week. We need to vaccinate them for a few things, so that'll be sort of the rest of the week's work. But that's sort of ready now, just waiting for the lorry to turn up with the cows. So I'm going to go get weigh head and stick and paperwork and everything else I want. And we'll be good to go when the cows turn up. Right, the cows have arrived. They're in the handling. I've started sorting some of them out, but I was missing this piece of paper that I needed. Because they're getting sorted out into just cows and then culls. So I've got a list of all the cows, but the culls are on this bit of paper. So no wonder I couldn't find her number anywhere. So we'll crack on with sorting them out, because Pete and Alf will be back in a minute with another load, and I'm here on me Todd sorting them out, and it's all going to be a bit squeaky bum time in a minute when they turn up with some more and I've not got room for them. So I will crack on and catch up with you in a minute. A load of cows has come back. First lot are all sorted and in the sheds. Got one over there that's not got a tag in her head, so figure out who she is at the end. We've only literally just finished sorting the fence. So we'll go get a cup of tea and put it back. Come on, go! Right, very good. Let the fun begin again. So Craig's just chasing a cow back into the shed. So this is what we're recording as they're coming in. So if I have one on, you can see. So all the cows' numbers are here and their calving dates. So we're trying to split it up a little bit so that the closer ones to calve are up near the office so we can see them. But we're just recording their weight, so their weaning weight as they come out, and then also their height. So we've got a tape measure over there, side of the crush. That's just something that the Stabiliser Society want. Not really sure what for, but they've asked us to record it, so we're recording it. So we're waiting for one more load of cows. We're going to have some dinner, and then when they get back, we'll be finished. Alright, one load of cows. So there's 3 cows here, and mainly breeding heifers and a few farm stores. Have to sort them out in a minute as well. Come on! Ready go, ready go, ready go. Oh, you're joking. She's 764 and 134. Well then, cow, you are going in the breeding pen. Bon voyage. Next. $29.94. We finished sorting everything out. We're just having a shifty round in the shed. We're moving all the cull cows to one side of the shed and having all the young stock on the other side, so it makes feeding easy. So down the far end of the shed there, we've got some of the late calving cows, so they'll stay down there. We've got to get them all out soon to be vaccinated. And then cull cows the other side. No cow. Hey! Hey! Come on. Decided they're trying to give me the runaround. So what we'll do now is the pen that these cows have just come out of here, we'll run the remainder of the heifers into. And then we've got a few steers to go down the other end. I'm glad I don't live on the farm, because you'd have a pretty bad headache after a couple hours being here. Hopefully there's going to be 4 steers coming to join these ones here. I do feel a bit sorry for Rex having to live on the farm here with all that noise happening in the background, but it is what it is. We're just getting things set up now for our winter routine, so we're pumping up a tyre on one of the tractors that's gone flat, because that will go on the straw chopper. Although we might leave it, I think our new one's coming tomorrow, so if we can avoid hooking up our one for one night, it might be worth just leaving it because it's all clean. So we're just pumping up the tyre on that one. This is the silage pit that we're feeding. Craig opened it yesterday. See how dry it is, it's like almost like hay. I think that'll get a bit wetter as we go back through the pit. I've worked here for 18 months, so I've done 2 silage seasons, and this silage was in this pit before I started working here, so it's getting on for 3-year-old, but still looks nice, smells really, really nice, and the cows are eating it, so no complaints there. We're going to see how John's getting on with his tyre. Got a load of round bales there. We will use those for the Crawford trailer challenge at some point when we get a minute. Decided to work, did it?
Well, yeah. Do you ever send a message to someone and then think, oh, I really hope I did send it to that person and no one else?
Are you in that situation now, are you?
Yeah, it's all fine.
Oh, it's all worked out okay.
Yeah, I spent about 2 hours trying to get it to seal on the rim. A lot of swearing.
The swearing didn't help.
So I bought a tube for it.
Hopefully he stays up. Are you going to put the straw chopper on, or are you going to wait and see if this one turns up tomorrow?
I might wait.
Yeah, they won't want bedding tonight, will they?
No, if it does turn up tomorrow.
Oh, that one. Yeah. 1 times bale of hay being milled up. Mix that with a bit of silage for the cows. So I'm just down here at our river fields. They're called the river fields because there's the river, there's the field. Makes sense. We've got 15 of last year's store cattle down here that we've been feeding outside, and it's just got a bit messy now, and so we've decided that whilst we're bringing everything else in, we might as well bring these in as well. They probably won't stay too much longer on the farm. They'll go either through the store ring, or we'll send some of them fat fairly soon. But as you can see, we got this hard standing where we've been feeding them. There's no grass left for them. They're actually in the field behind at the minute. So we'll go and get them, and we'll run them up the track and stick them in the shed. They're pretty good at following because we've been feeding them some sugar beet and some silage at the other end of the track. So now I've come to see them, they should follow me all the way back. So there's a bit of a mismatch. There's 15, there's some that are smaller than others, some are ready to go, some aren't, but they'll do better inside now than they will out. So we'll get them in. Got it! This is the group that the neighbour's bull broke into about a week ago. No, it must have been more than that, 2 weeks ago. It did serve one of the heifers as well, so to get rid of her sharpish. Where this has come from. Probably going to silage these fields next year, so don't really want any trees in them. Come on, cows! Right, we can do a bit of crop watching whilst we run these up the track. This here is by far our worst field of oats that we sowed. This is called poor field for a very good reason. It's very heavy and wet, but at least it's green. I ran out of seed towards the end of drilling this field, so this short work here is actually a neighbour of ours' oats that he harvested, that he let us put in our drill just to get us to the end of drilling. Of course, the cows want to go into every gap they see. If only they knew they were going into a nice warm shed, they would bolt up the lane. Come on! What's everyone's thoughts on the Field of Christ double hat look? Become a bit of a personal favourite of mine, although it can be slightly uncomfortable at times. But we wear it regardless. I don't know if you guys can see, but at the top of the lane is Mr. Bowman on the farm bicycle. The something crystal, I can't remember what it's called. Venture? Is it a Venture crystal? I have no idea what all that was about. You parked your bike badly, sir.
My missus said to me the other night, she said, "You never take me anywhere expensive." I said, "Get your coat." "Where are we going?" I said, "Petrol station."
Right, I've just come down to the shed where our calves are on milk are. Check they're alright before going home. They're eating an awful lot of silage now, so I just come down and make sure that they've got enough for the night. Top it up if they need it. They all look really happy. Hello calves, how are we? Everyone having a good munch? Very good. These guys especially, they're not on milk anymore. We put a bit on the floor there for them so they can have a bit more access to it, but I heap these feeders right up every morning and they definitely eat them down. We will have to TB test these guys next week. The chap that we bought them from sadly failed his TB test not long after we bought them, so we have to have a tracer test. So it's only these 50 we've got to test, but that's a job for next week. So I'll turn off the lights in here. You can hear the cows next door still going for it. John's nearly finished mixing up the wagon. I think he's going to feed him in a minute. Hopefully that will calm them down a bit. But other than that, we are done. So that is all the cattle in now, apart from the farm platform animals that were out grazing from this spring onwards. They're still out now, so I think there's I don't actually know how many there are. I have no idea off the top of my head. 18 and 9 maybe in the green and the blue group. And ideally we wouldn't house those again for a second winter, so we're going to weigh them tomorrow, I think is the plan, and then whatever's fit to go will go and the rest will probably get housed. But they've still got a little bit of grass ahead of them, and where they are is actually not too wet, so they'll probably stay out a little bit longer. But once those guys are in, that is everything inside on the cattle front. It will just be sheep then outside. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to like the video, that'd be great. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to see what happens here on a daily basis, you can check out the social media links. They'll be at the bottom of the screen now and also in the description below. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Cheerio.